Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about A2, as A2 does drop in 3 days, no, 4 days, right? So for me, EST, A2 drops on Thursday at 4 p.m. EST. So the reset before, technically, it depends on where you live, of course. If you live in Japan, then when reset happens for you on the 8th, then that's when it's going to happen. But I believe it should happen for me on the 7th. Let me just double check. Yeah, on the 7th at 4 p.m. EST is when this should come out. So you can actually see everything regarding A2 in the game right now. We're going to talk about her, what you should be doing right now if you want to summon for this character, because you can prep for her right now, so you don't really have to, you know, waste your time and stuff like that later. Or not waste your time, but deal with this later and stuff like that. So obviously, a lot of people have been asking, where is this skin? Isn't there a battle pass for it? This skin will come out into the game on the release of A2. The only reason why it's not in the battle pass right now is because A2 is not actually a playable character in the game, right? Obviously, when the Chainsaw Man collab happened and there was a battle pass, that's because, well, technically there was no battle pass like for a skin. But even if there was, Makima and Power came out at the same time. Since A2 is coming out a week after, and her skin is with the Battle Pass, her skin has to come out with the character, right? You can't have a skin in the game for a character that you can't get, right? I mean, that's just how it is. So for this skin right here, where she whoops out the fan and stuff like that, this skin will be coming out when she drops. Now, again, we already know that she's going to be, I think, you know, 2B is very, very good, of course. It's going to, like, it takes time, but I think A2 will be, I don't know if I'll say A2 is going to be better than 2B. I think she's going to be more efficient, but I don't know if she's going to be better. Like, the damage she deals might be nasty, because you got to remember, she's dealing AoE damage, and if you can keep her above the 40%, she's spamming her charge. Her charge speed increased by 35% is big, right? Because if it takes her already 1 second to charge, 35% of that will make it very, very quick. So you're just going to be spamming with her charge, and she's going to be doing nasty numbers, because full charge damage is an additional 250%. She has the highest number for an attack for a rocket launcher at 67.65%. I think the second highest is 63% for the SR Renice, but she does have the highest. And remember, because of the explosion range, when you do use her burst skill, your explosion radius is going to be 100% increase for 15 seconds, and your charge damage also going to be increased by 110% for 15 seconds. So I think when you get into that burst skill, even we can all see these are all level 10 skills, so we'll have to really wait to see what it is at level 1 skills. I mean, I think I can check right now, actually. Let me check. Okay, so for A2, here are all her numbers, right? Here are all her numbers. So at level 1, the charge speed and the charge damage and explosion radius is 60% for explosion radius and 66% charge damage. At level 5, which is I think what most people are going to get, it's 86% and then 78% for explosion radius. You're going to get 100% for the charge damage at level 8, and then at level 9 or at level 10, you're going to get 100% explosion radius and 110 there, right? For the second skill, where what's it called, when you use the full charge, she deals damage AoE, or I guess it's not AoE, right? It's whoever she hits. Literally, it's going to be at 17.78%. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. 17.78% at level 1, and then at level 5, it's going to be 26%, and then the damage part is going to be 31.59%, and then at level 10 it's going to be 30%, right? So realistically, it's a 7% difference. It is quite, you know, big, but I think level 5 skills is going to be fine for this character realistically. And then the burst skill, let me see this. Okay, so just even at level 5, the charge speed is 28%. That's quite big, right? Wait, did they get it wrong here? Oh, wow, no way. Okay, so the higher you level up the burst skill, that's not crazy then. You see, now that's weird. Okay, so at level 1, the HP will be going down by 5% every 1 second. At level 10, then the HP will be going down by 4%. But if you get it to like level 5, it's still going to be going down by almost 5%. Right? So the higher your burst skill level is, the lower the HP goes, essentially. Right? The lower your burst skill level is, the higher the HP is. Right, so that's kind of, I don't know, but this is still bad, and I'm not bad, right? Basically 12% attack percent increase, and then 28% charge speed, that's pretty good still. But this, guys, I thought you could guaranteed, if you have Rapunzel's first skill at level 10, she heals over 4% already, right? So even if you can get it, yeah, even if you have Rapunzel's first skill at 10%, she heals over 4%. So every full charge, she will literally be over healing you. So a level 10 on the first skill of Rapunzel will actually keep A2 alone over 40%, right? Because you're going to be losing it every 1 second, but also healing it every 1 second, essentially, right? If you're losing 3.99% and healing 4.07, you're going to have those little point numbers that are going to carry over. And then obviously, if you have someone like Blanc on your team, which I think most people will have for the damage dealt when you enter the burst skill, you're going to also be healing from Blanc as well. So there are multiple ways you can keep this character above 40%. And I think it's not even going to be that hard. I think Blanc and, what's her name? Blanc and Rapunzel are going to be a great combo. But for Rapunzel, you could honestly have it with Rapunzel alone if Rapunzel is at, obviously, level 10 skills actually on her burst skill. But yeah, this is a bit unfortunate here that the HP restriction is like at 5% at level 1, 5.61% at level 1, and then at level 5 it's basically almost 5%, right? So those are things you got to remember. We'll recommend, like, I mean, we'll have to wait to see what I test, or when I test, or when anybody else tests. But I think like all level 5 skills will be fine. I think A2 is a character you probably want to get up as high as possible, right? It seems like the higher she is on all her skills, the better she is, clearly. So this is a character that I would just recommend to get all the skills up, realistically. So yeah, I mean, A2 is pretty cool, right? Again, she comes out in a couple days. Her charge is all the same, right? All numbers are the same. Gonna be a good character. Do I think this character is gonna be better than 2B, like I said? Probably not. I mean, maybe like less than, if not invested. Like, what I mean by that is, if I have 0 dupes, just the 1 copy, I think A2 will be more efficient than 2B, right? Or even better with just no dupes. But A2, right, her best partners are going to be probably Rapunzel. Even the bunny girls with Rapunzel might be fine, right? And I think A2 is obviously going to be a main DPS, clearly. So she's an attacker, so you can start prepping your normal attacker gear, because I think you're not going to give it to power over A2, realistically. So there's that. But I'm glad I was able to see those numbers and have you guys also see those numbers. So if you guys want to go back to see the numbers, then you guys can figure out what skill level you want to get it to yourself, or prep for at least. But for now, it's your boy Zxous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out later. Peace.